What's up YouTube, it's Astronomers, back with another episode of these 9 Monstrum Nox. We're still here in the hidden research wing and hopefully about to find out some information. Because I just need to know what the hell is going on here. But first the monster, huh?
It seems we have reached a dead end.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that! What?
Is that? No. That's impossible.
Yes! Yes! Yes, yes, yes! What does this mean?
Don't look at me. How the hell would I know?
I detect vital signs. It is not any sort of doll.
You have come at last. I give you 90 points for this feat.
Master Shadowlord.
Why would you call him master? He's a bitch.
Why is someone who looks like Adol in that tank?
Do you recall my promise to you that I would explain once you have seen the truth with your own eyes? That time has come. As promised, the truth is yours.
Yes! Yes!
Quit gloating and get to the point already.
Patience, Lieutenant Eyeblinger. There is an order to these matters. Firstly, how much do you know of alchemy, Adol Christin?
No.
Alchemy.
You know what
It was a science prevalent among Glean scholars during the hunt, supposedly. The aim of alchemy was to transmute common ores into pure gold.
Gold? Sounds like a historical scam to me.
Maybe. But the research had a great influence on science and medicine. Eventually, though, it was deemed to be pseudoscience and was buried in time.
Because someone figured it out and wanted to keep it for himself. I don't know.
You get 50 points for that attempt at an explanation.
You and your points, man.
Alchemy's objective is not only the transmutation of metals and other material, it is also research dedicated to the perfect replication of human flesh and soul.
Huh?
Human flesh. And souls as well?
During those times, there was one alchemist who perfected this art.
That's impossible.
Does that mean this place is for alchemy?
That is correct. The purpose of this facility is the fabrication of homunculi through alchemy.
What? For war purposes or what?
Huh? You're joking, right?
However, it would explain how they were able to create another Adol.
So you're telling us that the Adol over there is a copy?
50 points. Again.
What was that?
The
Not a
Adol
copy.
in that preservation vessel is the true Adol, the peerless adventurer.
What?
And the homunculus that was created in his image was you, Crimson King.
Wait, that...
You're screwing with us.
Since when?
Since the beginning, it was you who escaped the prison and became a monstrum.
Even if what you're saying is true, then so what? Sure, it's a shock to learn all of this about Adol and alchemy, but the Crimson King has been our friend from the beginning.
At least your naivete helps you in this regard, man. Being loyal.
And nothing you say will change that.
Unless he performs some fucking magic and I turn into a maniac.
Krisha.
As I said earlier, there is an order to this. There is more to this story. You see, Adol is not the only one.
Don't tell me that all of the Monstrums are.
Look,
It's all of the Monstrums, huh?
They're us?
How can it be?
Your reaction is understandable. Monstrums, turn your gaze toward that painting.
Painting?
That looks like a painting of the emancipation of Balduq.
They were the original ones? The OGs? What?
what about it? Yufa. Look closely at the people who are depicted. What?
In the middle is it Aprilis? I cannot see Adol. I see Krisha. And the last seems familiar, but I can tell. Yufa. Is it supposed to be Credo? It might be Credo.
They look like...
And the woman in the middle.
That's Saint Rosvita, isn't it?
Wait, it's Aprilis.
Aprilis?
No
This
shit.
painting is more accurate than any other depiction you will find today.
Stupid alarm.
The five next to the saint are the heroes who fought by her side in the 100 Years' War. And 4 of you are homunculi created from those heroes.
4 of you. So who isn't, man? The doll isn't, and who not? Oh, Crimson King isn't from them, right?
We are? But how? The 100 Years' War happened over 5 centuries ago.
How old do you think this prison is?
No.
That explains why we were all orphans.
Yes. It was.
Does that mean Aprilis was...
That was suspicious. I said so from the beginning.
The Saint's homunculus.
Okay, crazy.
That is correct. 100 points.
Aprilis.
Doll, you were the one who made this possible. You are special, much like Adol.
What the hell?
But I will leave that for another time.
I made it possible?
It is the same as I have told you before. We intend to reclaim this land. There are many exceptional individuals in many vocations with desirable talents. Through alchemy, these people can be replicated and controlled.
Nice.
With these homunculi in our ranks, Glia will be unstoppable. Militarily and politically, we will break free of the Empire's fetters and bring peace and prosperity to the people.
So that's the reason the Knights were rounding people up.
Seems like the case.
And you don't see anything wrong with that?
Not at all. I have done everything in my power to achieve my goal already. But 8 years ago, during the war, all of it ended in failure.
It's just as Park said.
Even if I must sacrifice my humanity, I will not allow those mistakes to be repeated.
Yes, man. It makes total sense, man. Throwing away your humanity will sure as hell make you. I just can't believe it, man. Whenever they choose to have their character say stupid shit like that.
I cannot do it alone. Power is necessary for Glia to truly be free. Monstrums, I ask for your assistance. It will raise the people's morale if they are led by the heroes who liberated Balduq once before.
Every Glean knows what it's like to have someone taken from them by the Romans. But still,
Even though the war was terrible, we have to move past that. Not all Romans are bad people.
I can't speak for everyone. I think the people of Balduq are moving on.
I lost my parents in the war. But
Normally, I'd be raring to take on an entire army. But instead of fighting with you, I'm thinking it'll be a hell of a lot more fun fighting against you.
I hear you, Monstrums. Nevertheless, I was hopeful that you would share my perspective. To be certain, Adol, no. Crimson King, what is your response?
It's funny how you never really have. They might give me the choice, but if there's no choice, but everything is the same. The future is something you mold for yourself.
I understand. Even as a homunculus, you are still the same adventurer. If none of you will join me, then you are a hindrance to my plan. I will obliterate you, and ensure that the next homunculi will be obedient.
Is that possible?
I told you earlier, alchemy can recreate flesh, and it can recreate souls as well. Fortunately, I already possess the necessary constituents.
Those are the words of someone about to put up the fight of his life. Now we're talking. I guess I made the right choice after all.
Obliterate us? So everything we've been through together will be gone forever? I'm not gonna let you do that!
that's the spirit, Krisha. First you tell us we're homunculi, and now you want to destroy us? We built our lives here, and we still have our futures ahead of us. For that, I won't give up. I won't go down without a fight.
Okay, has everyone know?
If you offer to give me a healthy body. But you're just asking us to die. Sorry, your life's already too short. So I'm going to have to decline.
No, come on.
I fail to see the justice in your cause. I still have much to learn about the world and myself. That is why I will oppose you.
Very well, Monstrums of Balduq. You leave me with no choice. I, shadowy, master of the Glean Hieroglyph Knights, accept your challenge.
Didn't he say that for Adol and Adol he's going to tell them later? Stupid. Fuck me.
Transformed! You can do that with alchemy?
Cast aside your fears and give it everything you've got!
Okay!
Understood.
Let's do this!
Yeah.
Is this like the Grimwald Nox?
I
No.
did not wish to show you my true power. Leave me with no choice.
I did not want to find out your true power, man.
Let us fight.
Trust me, I'm not.
I've been waiting to hear that.
I'm not crazy Credo, man. Get the fuck away. Do you see what he's doing, man?
I can keep going.
I said from the beginning, if there's a fight that I do not want to do, it's him, the fight with him, man.
I'm not going to let you endanger the people of Balduq.
Damn it. This isn't going well, man, against him.
Got my strength back.
I'm trying to parry him, man. because that will bring me an advantage against him. He constantly turns around when he does that attack, okay? I'm so fucked, man. I didn't even realize that I had this activated. But I have to say, I do not like this fight. First of all, he jumps around like a fucking crazy person. And then the damage he does is just way too much, man. I'm curious if he has a second phase. Looks like he's getting ready for it. Oh, he stays, man. Go crazy. Can I get it in time? I was able.
Sensible observation. You must also call it a fullest council.
Motherfucker. Nope! How could you be so stupid, man? Oh, I still have the effect of one. Stupid! I pressed the wrong directional button. Oh no, shit. That's exactly what I mean about crazy damage, man. That's why I would love for them to learn or to find better ways to balance like difficulties, man. I know most ways would take way too much time, Like if it's more difficult.
He's tough.
He's dead, I hope.
For a second there, I thought we were goners.
Now I see how much you have all grown. Adol the Red and the heroes of the 100 Years' War. You're as strong as I hoped. But I will not surrender. Not in 1,000 years will I give up.
Kill him.
He's not done?
He's done.
He is even more stubborn than Credo.
Glia must be freed in the name of my fallen comrades, my friends, for the people whose lives were taken, all because of that war.
What's happening to Shadowlord?
His master's dissolving him.
Possible? Am I a homunculus?
Oh, he's the homunculus.
It cannot be.
Yes.
What? What are you talking about?
It was him. He did this to me.
Who does he mean?
I see. I died. Along with every single one of my comrades.
Hold on! We still have questions!
Mhm.
I'm coming. My friends.
He's gone.
Shadowlord.
How insipid.
Finally!
I thought I'd watch the performance, but it ended oh so predictably.
Huh? Vesta?
No matter. My research is at the threshold of completion. It is fortuitous that Shadowlord performed his role sufficiently enough.
Hey, what's your deal showing up and spouting nonsense?
He's going to beat the shit out of Anna.
Insolence. Do you have any idea to whom you're speaking?
A god.
But of course, I suppose a formal introduction is long overdue. My name is Zola. I am the one who created you all, the first alchemist.
He's an alchemist?
All of you and this facility are the fruits born from my research, centuries in the making. Of course, the same goes for my adjutants, Shadowlord and Smirnov.
Smirnov?
It was you? This whole time?
That's correct. Although this form is but one of many others. I have always been one to exercise influence.
They're all people we've met before.
Over the past 500 years, I never once revealed my true form to anyone. But I am in good spirits today, and I have a very good reason. Thanks to you, Crimson King and Adol, my magnum opus is nearly complete.
He's a little boy.
What's this magnum opus?
Creating not living things, huh?
Anemona. The final piece of my research requires someone very special. You.
No.
Anemona?
Papa. It is you. What?
But I thought he'd be older.
This guy's just a freak.
So your memories have returned. It has been too long, Anemona. And of course, I've been watching all of you very closely too.
No way! He's the one who brought Anemona to life?
The big alchemist, doing whatever he wants no matter the consequences.
What is a magnum opus?
It's an accumulation of 500 years of tireless research. And soon, there will be no need for any of you to fight the Grimwald Nox.
Are you saying...
The curse is going to be broken?
The curse?
Yes.
I understand. That's how Rosvita described it to you. Or rather, Aprilis, as you all know her. First of all, allow me to express my gratitude to you, Crimson King.
For what?
Well, if it were not for you, I wouldn't have completed my research.
What do you mean by that?
There's still much to be done. But you will all see me again. That is, when it's time. Regrettably, I must retire for today.
Please wait, Papa!
Goodbye, Crimson King. Till next time.
He disappeared.
Anyone gonna explain to me what that asshole was talking about?
I don't know, and I'm starting to not give a fuck, man.
Hell of a person to go and die for, Shadowlord.
Credo.
I can't believe we're just copies of war heroes, made by alchemy.
I don't know what to think.
Do you think it's true that we won't have to fight the Grimwald Nox anymore? Either way, it's still too early to celebrate.
Do you know anything about this magnum opus, Anemona?
I am sorry. I cannot recall. But it seems familiar somehow.
That's a good idea. Should we return to the city? I don't think I can handle any more surprises.
Yeah.
There's not much we can do here. But what should we do about those?
I guess we'll just have to leave them here.
We wouldn't know what to do with them anyway.
Wait, maybe Dad knows what to do.
Oh yeah. Weren't he and Shadowlord partners? Where'd he run off to?
He is not anywhere in the vicinity.
There's nothing else we can do right now. Let's return to the dam.
I feel like we got more questions than answers.
Yeah.
Exactly, this is what pisses me off, man.
I still find it difficult to fathom that we're homunculi of the ancient heroes.
At least give us something, you know what the fuck I'm talking about? So I have to go backwards, okay. Now I can open that room and find out what's going on over there. How far along are we? Yeah, still plenty of time.
You still got your strings tangled.
Adol?
This is where Aprilis comes, huh? Psycho steering your breathing becomes arduous and you're unable to move.
This is just like before.
But why?
Hang on, Adol! It seems worse this time.
No, it's Aprilis, man. Use her.
Isn't that the same light?
There's no mistaking it. It is the light that appeared when Shadowlord faded away.
This
But
can't
this-
be happening.
It's Aprilis, man, don't worry.
Why? Adol! You can't go!
It's not going.
This way, Crimson King! Quickly!
Aprilis?
How are you here?
It doesn't look like a...
Dad? What are you doing here?
You must hurry. There's not much time. Take the Crimson King over to the next room. There's also something I need all of you to do for me.
What is this place?
There's so many Aprilises!
I can't believe it.
This is the place where Zola first succeeded at making a homunculus.
That's right. You're one too.
The reason Zola turned to alchemy was so he could revive me. So he could revive Saint Rosvito.
What?
I'm sure you all have many, but our first priority is saving the Crimson King's life.
We can save him?
What's the deal with him anyway?
Normally, homunculi are born as children. That's why all of you had proper childhoods.
That's true.
I wouldn't necessarily call them proper.
But he was an experiment to create an identical adult replica of the original. And because of that, his body is unstable.
If we do nothing, then the Crimson King will disappear forever, just as Shadowlord did.
Isn't there anything we can do?
There's not enough time to create an entirely new body for him.
I understand that they have to explain, but we're standing yeah, fuck it.
However, there is another way.
Put the Crimson King into his what? Into my real body? It's nice to finally meet you.
It's our first time meeting, but it doesn't feel that way. It's like you and I have been connected all along. You felt it too, haven't you? I envy you for all of your adventures. What a life. The danger. When was the last time you slept in peace? Why keep doing it? Why do you still want to be an adventurer?
Do you even need to ask?
No, I suppose I don't. I know why you'll never change. If you don't light a fire, it'll never go out. If you don't make decisions, you'll never be hurt. But you'll never be deterred. You'll keep going until your last breath escapes you. In you, there lies a hope that guides you, and everyone around you toward their dreams.
That's just what I plan to do.
I thought so. I have a favor to ask. I wish I could go with you, but I'm afraid I'm running out of time. Still, I can't let it end here. Adventures are still waiting for us. So I ask you this. Take my power and my soul. Take them with you on your journeys. Adol, Christin.
Final chapter, Monstrum Nox. Here we go!
awake.
Yes, Aprilis. We know it's you. Have you been here this whole time?
Yes. It was Dr. Noah's first time performing this procedure, so he cautioned me of its risks. I thought it best to stay and be sure you were all right. Incidentally, I believe this is the first time we've spoken, Adol Christin.
Yeah.
Then you must be aware of what happened to you.
Adol the Red certainly is perceptive.
Dr. Noah.
The adventurer Adol Christin and his homunculus the Crimson King. Within you resides both of their souls.
Crazy.
To be precise, you were originally one person, and now you've become one again.
But that would mean that the souls were separated in a way. And didn't you say that alchemy created from nothing, basically? Well,
Do you feel the Crimson King's consciousness and the power you inherited?
you tell them of the pact you made with the Crimson King.
So that's what happened.
A conversation between souls during fusion. That is fascinating indeed.
Dr. Noah is Zola's assistant, but he has since joined our cause. He was the one who fused both of your souls into a single body. Forgive me, but this was the only way to save the Crimson King's life.
What if Zola finds out about this?
Zola is an exceedingly cautious man, but his primary concern now is his research. My extracurricular activities will be of little consequence to him, for the time being. Now that Adol has awakened, we must begin preparations.
Yes, Dr. Noah is right. I was planning on telling you after everyone had arrived. And it seems that time has...
Stupid fuck, man.
You're all right.
It's good to see the procedure was a success.
I suppose introductions are in order.
That's right. That makes this the first time we've met, right?
You tell them the Crimson Kid still lives on in you, and to treat you as they always have.
I didn't think you could do something like that.
At least I've got something to show for leaving home.
Can't wait to hear all about it.
Long story short, you're the same Adol we've always been friends with.
Thank goodness.
Yes. My worries have been assuaged.
You didn't call us just for this welcome back party, did you?
Before I get to it, there is something I need to tell you all first.
Before I get to it, there's something I need to tell all you first. Just fucking say everything from beginning to fucking end, man. What the fuck? We already know at this point there's no fucking need to hide. Tell me what the fuck is going on, man.
It concerns Zola, the one who created all of us homunculi.
He was my child. I don't know.
About time you told us who he is, and how you two know each other.
I don't think he's her husband because he's still small, so I believe it's a child.
That man... No. The alchemist, Zola, is...
He was a young noble who served Rosvita during the 100 Years' War.
Anemona.
You've regained more memories?
Yes. Some returned when I saw this room.
If Zola served under Rosvita, then they must have known each other a long time.
That reminds me. There was a guy standing next to the saint in that painting. Is that the guy you're talking about? He's just a kid now.
Yes. The 100 Years' War was also a proxy war between the gods. Glia had the blessing of Grimnir. Ritai was blessed by Luki. But the roaring flames of human war eventually ignited the realm of the gods. Divided between the two sides, a war of their own erupted. Ultimately, Grimnir and Luki both fell at the other's hand.
Is this the Twilight of the Gods from the Norse religion?
Yes. Because of that war, the gods that once blessed Glia perished.
That's terrible. Then what is the Grimwald Nox?
You said the gods used the Grimwald Nox to contain and purge the monsters.
Even without the gods, the Grimwald Nox still creates monsters from human emotions. So now, it falls on humans to eradicate the monsters born from them. But after the 100 Years' War, many Glians were overcome with grief. The monsters manifested from them could no longer be contained by humans alone.
What happened then?
That is when Zola intervened. After I was executed, he resigned from the military and returned home. He secluded himself and became engrossed in his research to the point of obsession.
So that was when he began learning alchemy.
But why did he do that?
Thought you were smarter than that, kid.
Papa wanted to revive Rosvita. He respected her as both his commander and the woman he loved. He sold his land and used his inheritance to devote his life to his research. He would often isolate himself in his lab for days at a time without food or rest. The outcome of his blood and tears.
It was me. I was born from his work.
That's such a sad reason.
Yeah, I never would have guessed.
Zola then reappeared from isolation as an alchemist. He proposed a plan to the Glian royal family, who was overwhelmed by the Grimwald Nox.
So that's why.
Only beings of exceptional strength and skill are capable of suppressing the Grimwald Nox. They are doing the gods' work, quite literally after all. Zola's proposal involved the creation of a homunculus army. The Glian royalty, out of time and other options, accepted his proposal.
So that's how he built all of this.
As you know, homunculi are created by replicating existing humans. When the royal family sought candidates in secret, a handful of people volunteered. Yes. The volunteers were my comrades who fought alongside me in the 100 Years' War. You are the homunculi of the heroes preserved here in this lab. The homunculi who have been slaying the Lemiris in secret, maintaining peace in Glia.
And centuries of this conflict brought us to today.
Yes. If the homunculi warriors were injured or killed, new ones were created. Zola even transferred his own soul into homunculi in order to continue his research.
That's why, okay.
Then he gave his warriors gifts that bound them to this land.
That explains what the curse is.
I had no...
Why were we adopted or given to orphanages? Was that the case for all of us?
No. Zola and I raised the homunculi ourselves. But 15 years ago, Zola disappeared. Your predecessors had perished, and you were all much too young to fight. That is why I made the decision to suppress the Grimwald Nox alone. I had no other choice but to entrust you to the people of Balduq.
So you've been fighting alone?
So then, what has Zola been doing?
Shortly before he left, he said he had discovered a breakthrough in his research. I've no doubt it's the magnum opus he was speaking of, and he's still working on it.
There's one more thing that doesn't add up. Where did you come from?
Don't tell me he's trying to raise the gods. To recreate them.
Saint Rosvita was tricked by Bertai's army and burned at the stake. So explain to me how the hell you were created.
Kratos' right. Our bodies...
Papa can fabricate more than just objects and flesh. He can fabricate human souls.
I do remember him saying that.
My soul was the first prototype that he successfully fabricated, using the doll belonging to Rosvita as a relic. Papa placed my soul into it.
Huh?
He did it because fabricating a soul was only the first step.
He needed to put the soul into something I held dear to learn more about my past. From the memories he learned from Anemona and a lock of my hair, I was created.
What?
Now you're telling us he can create people from nothing but memories and hair?
That's a lot of power for one man.
Right?
Now we know why Aprilis and the rest of us were created. But what about Adol?
It must have something to do with Zola's magnum opus.
I don't have the answer to that question, but Zola has a deep desire for Adol's copious experience as an adventurer.
Maybe he found something that he needs.
Could it be possible that the strange monsters and primordials we have witnessed in the prison were designed based on Adol's past adventures?
Might be true, I don't know, I haven't played the others.
You've got quite the fan, Adol.
I suspected that was the case. And if Adol says so, then it must be.
I'm worried.
Worried about what?
Isn't there anything we can do to stop Zola?
There are many things I need to ask him, but nobody knows where he is. There's also the matter of a certain event that's about to happen.
And what's that?
Balduq will soon be hosting its Victory Day festival for the 100 Years' War.
You mean...
It is an annual event. A day that celebrates Rosvita and the reclamation of Balduq.
About that time of year again, huh?
Yeah, I suppose we were too busy to remember. But what does the festival have to do with anything?
The scars left by the 100 Years' War still run deep through this land. Once every year, the Grimwald Nox becomes the more dangerous ultimate Grimwald Nox.
Ultimate, like you had to call it ultimate.
Even more dangerous?
Now that's a celebration I can
Of course you can.
Victory Day is in 3 days.
We do not have much time.
Zola is a threat, but the ultimate Grimwald Nox is a more immediate concern. Before that time comes, you should all take this chance to return to the city and rest.
I think I'll do that. I'm exhausted, mentally and physically.
Yeah, we've all been through a lot.
I could use a night to let this all sink in.
I will investigate the Grimwald Nox and Zola's whereabouts. You'll hear from me if I discover anything. Until then, rest well.
With that, Adol and the others decided to leave the prison and return to the city for the time being. The exhausted Monstrums needed time both to rest and to reflect upon the truth they had discovered about themselves. A bonfire was lit in the city to celebrate the coming festivities, and the streets were abound with a lively vigor. In an effort to ease citizen concerns over the night's revolt, many Roman soldiers were assigned to assist with preparations. 3 days came and went, and before long Balduq was ushering in the start of the Victory Day festival. But even then, there was still no word from Aprilis. So do we jump straight into the endgame or what? The hell are we supposed to do now? The Victory Day festival has now arrived. Did something happen to Aprilis? I don't know, but she's never this late. Yeah, she put on a store facade where she's working herself to the bone. Dad might know where she is. Where's Dr. Noah at the present? Your guess is as good as mine. Then why the fuck did you bring it up? Waiting around Emma style. Ah, it appears you're all here. Parks. Looks like our warden friend pulled through. Things have quieted down outside. With the knights revolting and all, things could have gotten out of hand quick. It is times like these when festivals are the most propitious. Dogi and I went for a little stroll and observed high spirits all across the city. I must confess that I've reassessed my opinion of our dear warden. Really, I guess he's a hard worker. I still can't get over the fact that I couldn't tell that you weren't the real Adol. Who would have thought that you were homunculized the whole time? I had no idea myself. Every time something like this happens, I convince myself I'll never be surprised again. And then, lo and behold, you find a way of surprising me. Adol must have been a homunculus by the time I first met him. Speaking of which, I looked into the man named Marius you informed me about. I was very pleased to learn that he was indeed the friend I have been searching for. Wow, good for you, Parks. He was with Adol in prison, right? Yes, but unfortunately, our current situation curtails me from going to see him. That is so, then it is of great importance that our objective is successful. Then does it mean you're leaving? I would never do something so churlish as leave without repaying my debt. Moreover, I wouldn't miss witnessing you all save this city for the world. Don't scare me like that. Well, we still haven't heard from Aprilis yet. Why don't you all enjoy a stroll around the city? A little break couldn't hurt. A break? Hey, that's a good idea. The entire city's out and about right now. It's worth taking a look at her. I suppose there's nothing to be gained by waiting around here. I do not react. Also, the bulletin board looks like it's filling up. I was just thinking, at least don't give me like some fucking side quests, but hey, you could kill two birds with one stone and get some blah blah blah. Alright then, let's quit kicking our heels and get going already. Okay, nice. Now I have my money. But this is where we're going to start. This took way too long. But of course, JRPG cutscenes. We all know how long it takes. Either way, I'm not really so sure what to think about it as of now. Still a lot. Yeah. I don't know, at least we found out what the hell is going on, or at least to some extent. So I guess that's something. If you enjoyed, if you want to see how this finishes, how this ends, how we finish this game, then stick around. I'll be bringing you more episodes soon. Until then, have a good one, guys.